you might be thinking like a Stoic without even knowing it. And by noticing these 7 signs in yourself, you can be sure that you're on your way to living a life of virtue and wisdom. Number 1, you don't take things personally. The Stoics believed that the key to happiness was to not be affected by external events or things that are outside of our control. When you practice this, you're on the right track to thinking like a Stoic. Marcus Aurelius says, "He who is not contented with what he has won't be contented even with what he gets." Epicurus also says, "It is not things that upset us, but our judgments about those things." So ask yourself, am I really upset by this? Or am I just upset because I've judged it to be bad? Number 2, you focus on what you can control. Instead of worrying about the things that are out of your control, you focus your energy on the things that you can control. This is a sign that you're thinking like a Stoic, because this is exactly what Stoicism teaches. In fact, the Serenity Prayer is based on this very idea. It says, "Grant me the serenity to accept the people I cannot change, courage to change the one I can, and the wisdom to know the difference." So if something is in your control, do something about it. If it's not, then let it go. Number 3, you're not afraid of being alone. The Stoics believed that true freedom came from being independent of external things and people. This meant that they were not afraid of being alone, even though many of them had close friends and family members. They understood that being alone didn't mean being lonely, and that sometimes it was necessary to be alone in order to be free. In his book Meditations, Marcus Aurelius wrote, "He who is not independent is not truly free." So if you're not afraid of being alone, it's a sign that you're thinking like a Stoic. Number 4, you prefer quality over quantity. The Stoics believed in living a life of quality rather than a life of excess. They believed that true happiness came from within and that it didn't require a lot of money, possessions, or power. Instead, they valued wisdom, self-control, and virtue above all else. This is why the Stoics often lived simple lives, even though some of them, like Marcus Aurelius, were emperors with all the wealth and power that came with it. Marcus Aurelius said, "Wealth isn't really about having tons of stuff, it's more about wanting less." So if you're someone who doesn't need a lot of things to be happy, then you're probably thinking like a Stoic. Number 5, you don't complain. The Stoics believed that complaining was a waste of time and energy. They believed that we should accept whatever happens with serenity and make the best of it. Seneca said, "We are not disturbed by things, but by our opinions of them." So if you find yourself complaining a lot, ask yourself why. Is it really necessary? Or am I just making things worse by complaining? Number 6, you have a strong sense of justice. The Stoics believed in living a life of virtue and justice. They believed that it was our duty to do what is right, even if it was difficult. This is why many Stoics, like Marcus Junius Brutus, were willing to die for what they believed. In fact, the Stoics had a saying, "It's better to die on your feet than live on your knees." So if you have a strong sense of justice, it's a sign that you're thinking like a Stoic. And number 7, you're resilient. The Stoics believed that the key to happiness was to accept whatever life throws at you with serenity and to learn from it. They believed that we should not be afraid of difficulties, but rather embrace them as opportunities to grow. Seneca said, "The greatest weapon against adversity is our ability to make it our own." So if you're someone who bounces back quickly from setbacks, then you're probably thinking like a Stoic. So there you have it. 7 signs that you're thinking like a Stoic, without even realizing it. If you're not already practicing Stoicism, now is the time to start. The world needs more Stoics now than ever before. So if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.